Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you for stopping in. Today, we have a knife to unbox coming in from QSP. Thank you to them for sending this in for us to take a look at. If you like knife and EDC content, you are in the right spot. I release daily videos, and hit that thumbs up button. That helps push the video out there to more people, and let us know what you are carrying in your pockets today down in the comments. Love seeing what you have for your EDC. So let's get this thing out of here. This is going to be a new release for QSP, and it's going to be called the Ripley. I will have this linked down below, and there you can see R-I-P-L-E-Y, the Ripley, and this looks really good. This is their glide lock, which we saw on, I forget what the model's called, but the first time they did a crossbar lock, it was really, really good. They call it the glide lock. And I'm a big fan of crossbar locks, especially nowadays where companies really have the spring tension and spring strength and all that sort of stuff. They pretty much have that stuff dialed in to make crossbar locks feel really good and really satisfying when opening. And this is going to be, look at that. That's a good sign of some strong springs right there. That's exactly what you want to see. You want to see this thing pulling that blade down because that's your resistance on that open. We're looking at 14C 28N steel, drop point blade. We got a stonewash finish on this version, and I think they have a ton of versions available of this knife. Like we said, the crossbar lock, and this is a little different than we've seen on the last model with the tabs. We have overlaid G10 on top of G10 is the way that it looks here, and it looks really cool. You just have a little bit of black through that milling there, and that goes all the way through to the other side. So we have jimping up the spine here. Very unique looking. I guess it does kind of, I mean, you don't really feel, I can tell that it's jimped, but it doesn't bother my hand any. It is comfortable wiggling that up and down. Feels good in hand. If you were really bearing down on this for an extended period, I could see that fatiguing your hand. If you're really bearing down on this for extended periods, how often do you do that? I don't know, but I could see that. I could foresee that being a trouble spot maybe if you're really hard using this thing. Time will tell. We do have a deep carry recessed pocket clip here. Nice, clean, simple clip, and it is going to be left-hand friendly there. And we got a nice filler tab, which will continue that clean aesthetic. So let's take a look at some measurements here, and we're looking at a straightforward 3 1/4 inches of cutting edge, 3 1/2 of total, and then we'll give it 8 inches overall. So this is going to fall right into that full size spot. So let's bring out a couple of friends. We got the QSP Penguin and the Civivi Elementum. This is going to be a little bit larger, that next step up from the Penguin and Elementum in its length and in its girth. And some of you will really enjoy that. Here we have the Bug Out and Para 3, going to be quite a bit bigger than both of them as well. Now here we have a good comparison for the most part. The Ritter Hogue here, the full-size RSK, that's going to be very close. You have about the same blade length here. Now, the RSK is going to have a little bit more handle there tailing off, but the RSK, that's going to be a very close size right there. As far as the weight is concerned, I bet this is close to the ratio. I bet this is 3 1/2. It could even be, it could be under. It's deceivingly light anyway. Let's say 3 point. I'm going to be safe and say 3.6. Oh, yeah. Look at that, baby. 3.65. So, ratio people will be fairly happy with that, or you should be anyway. Like I always say, I don't care about that at all. But that does make for a good feeling knife right there. About 4 ounces is when the knife starts feeling, now this feels pretty healthy in hand, but about 4 ounces is when I would say you feel like you got something fairly substantial in your hand, something, that doesn't feel like it's going to crumble in your hands, right? And not that lightweight knives always feel like that, but there's something about a knife just filling out the hand very well that I appreciate. That has some heft to it as well. But let's go ahead and we'll see what that pocket clip looks like. We'll bring out our Issuing Stitches Hank here. Link and coupon code for Issuing Stitches is always in the description. Great Hanks, great dude. So that's going to look awesome in the pocket right there. You won't see any of that knife poking out of the pocket, and that's going to look pretty clean in the pocket too. A very simple, short pocket clip. I like that clip that they did, and it has very, very good retention on it. So let's see what kind of edge we're working with here, and QSP 99 times out of 100 is going to have a screamer on here. So let's see what we got. QSP, in my opinion, they get some praise. They get praise. But I think that they don't get enough praise. They quietly put out some really, really solid models. And this thing just has a screamer on it. That 14C will take a razor edge, and QSP put that type of edge on here. And it appears to be a full flat grind as well. Good texturing on the G10 handle there. It's not too overly aggressive, but it does give you and provide you some nice grip there. We might as well go ahead and check our lock here. So we are nicely centered up there. All good around the pivot. Nice thick stop pin. This is going to be solid. There's no movement. We did a soft open. There's no movement there. Man, those springs are good. Good job. That's exactly. Well, did you see that? Once it gets past that resistance, it even kicks itself out. Very good. There's going to become a point where there's going to be too much. You can take it too far, right? To the point where it's not satisfying. It's too strong. And I think we're getting there. We're getting close to the perfect crossbar spring strength and how the internal working should be, because that provides you a nice amount of resistance to the point where it feels close to a detent. You get that resistance. You get that feeling of overcoming, the detent hole and riding up on the track there. It feels very good. And that'll break in, and once you get your timing down. Very good. Studs are comfortable. Shoo. Yeah. Verse flick's good. Thumb flick's good. We're not going to have any trouble with this lock here. That's very nice. Nice, robust stop pin. Robust crossbar. Very good. Very good. The other really cool thing is they just put out a couple new models, including this one here, the Cali as well. But they also have another couple models coming out. And QSP is quietly doing a very, very good job. They put out that fixed blade, the Canary fixed blade, the full-size one. That thing is a fantastic fixed blade knife. Great value. Great value from QSP. I love what they're doing. Got their little logo there on the pivot and their little emblem in QSP up there, kind of out of the way. You know, that's not a huge bother. Not a huge bother. Not a deal breaker by any means. 14C on that side. At least it's out of the way and kind of subtle. I wouldn't mind if it was up closer to the handle, or, you know, I don't think it would even need to be there. QSP is, you know, a worldwide name at this point. They're very known, in my opinion, anyway. You'll have to let me know. What do you think of QSP quietly just putting out great knives all year long? They have done that, in my opinion. There's been just, if I could remember all the names of the knives that they've put out this year, they've had some really, really good ones. Let me know what you think of QSP, though, and some of these new knives that they have coming out, like the Ripley and the Cali. Love hearing your guys' input on all of this stuff. Hit that thumbs up button. That helps push the video out there to more people. If you're new here, I release daily knife and EDC content just like this. Make sure you are subscribed here to the channel. Ring that little bell. That'll notify you anytime I release new content, even when I go live. And I do go live every Saturday and Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Anyone and everyone is welcome. I'd love for you to stop by. I will put up a couple of new videos. Go check one of them out. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you all again for watching. I will catch you on the next one.